Hello again. Alright, so this is episode 2. Oh wait, I gotta change my dashboard real quick. Sorry about this. Actually, I have the correct title. I'm gonna try and be professional here in some sort of way. So, CJ Entus versus Jin Air. Greenwings game. Week 11, game 1. Oh no, set 1. They do sets in LCK. Ooh, alright, I haven't seen this game, but, alright, let's get into it. So, I'll have the chat up here for anyone that has, like, questions and shit. So, alright, so let's get into it. Alright, so strengths and weaknesses. Jin Air, GBM, ganked by Mom, is a really good mid laner for Jin Air. And, we'll see if CJ, he's known as the best Xerath in the world. And we'll see if CJ throws a Xerath ban into him. Most teams do. Overall, CJ has the stronger bot lane. Yep, there's a Xerath ban. That's fine against GBM. And Urgot ban, so they don't want to deal with the aggression out of Urgot. Urgot's a lane bully, so they just don't want to deal with it. That ban's fine. Chase, most played is Annie. Space Callista? Okay, that's fine. I guess they just don't want to face Callista. I'm not so sure about that ban, but it's not the worst ban in the world. With Sandra against GBM and Trace, it's always good ban against Jin Air. Especially GBM mostly plays. GBM's really good at Lysandra. He has the reputation to be the second best mid laner in Korea to Faker. Coco is known for his LeBlanc, that's fine. Whoa, first pick cast? You can hear Monty, he's like, whoa. Oh, also, before we get into this game, both teams play each other, so how the Korean playoff format works is super cool. They take the top 4 teams out of 8, and they do this playoff system where the 4th and 3rd team play, and that's like king of the hill from there. It's like the winner of that plays the 2nd seed, which is SK Telecom, and the winner of that plays GE Tigers, who are the 1st seed. And so CJ and Jin Air are actually going to play each other in the playoffs, and so they may be hiding stuff from each other in this game. Because they're the 3rd, that's like locked in. Like, I can't go anywhere else. They're playing each other no matter what. They're the 3rd and 4th seed.
Actually, very surprising.
So,
a lot of faith in Mad Life. And I think
there we go.
Makes a lot more sense.
okay, Space is really good at Sivir.
Yeah, we've seen that.
So, pretty much what they did here is they noticed that they left up a lot of power picks, right? So they left up Lulu, Maokai, Sivir, Sejuani. Cyan doesn't really play that much in Korea. They prefer Maokai. Rek'Sai. And so what they did is they took Sivir because they're denying the Juggernaut comp. So they do not want to see the Juggernaut comp come out of Jin Air, which is probably, most people agree that the Juggernaut comp is the strongest composition, like at the moment, if you can play it correctly, which nearly every single one of these teams can. I haven't seen Jin Air play it. CJ played it at IEM Katowice, and it was a win. And so what they picked the Sivir because the speed boost that Sivir gives, you can just dive the Kog'Maw and like straight up kill him, and it's pretty much the counter to the Juggernaut comp, because it's like the only thing that like you can get in range with the Kog'Maw with. So like you'll run like Sivir, Hecarim, Leona, just like go for broke all in. So that's why they picked the Sivir, because they do not want to see the Juggernaut comp out of Jin Air.
Once already tonight.
Response will definitely be Maokai for Jin Air, I would assume.
Yeah, well, probably. But would it be Sejuani? That's the question too. Would it be that as well?
Jin Air should take Maokai Sejuani or Ludu.
Seems to, he's given up. Jin Air has given up that Sejuani and just taken Rek'Sai in response. We saw that when they played SK Telecom. So they don't seem to have.
Jin Air really likes to play a good early game, by the way. Chaser's a very good jungler. He's much better than Ambition. Whoa, what?
And I don't think it's going to be the Orianna. I doubt that. I don't think it's going to be that
But
dynamic.
Chase likes to play early game junglers. He's good at impacting the map. And
Yeah, I would not be.
against the I guess at SKT, when I saw their first games on 5.6, he hadn't adapted yet to the tanks. He was still playing Rek'Sai and others.
Again, that has been.
All right, there's Rek'Sai.
It's felt more comfortable on that.
Sejuani's probably a stronger pick in this meta, but like Rek'Sai's not necessarily a bad pick. And they could have a strategy because they aren't really showing their hand a lot.
And considering we have Maokai locked in, that's not really going to be a flex pick for Jinair.
So do you think we're going to see this ambition picked up by CJ, or are they going to
Ambition rocking the beats by Dre.
Still open.
I like it.
Ambition has played Nunu.
I'm not sure how this
And the Korean Snapple.
work for them so far. They have the Sivir, so you would think they would want Sejuani to ult so you could follow up on the Sivir engage.
Oh, maybe Cho'Gath.
Especially with the Cho'Gath.
Would not be surprised if we see Nautilus here.
Right?
Nautilus is probably the strongest support in 5.6
Yep.
because of his insane engage and insane level 6.
Okay, so
Cho'Gath's a super safe mid laner. And one of the counters... Oh wait, no, my bad. My bad. I'm excited. I was about to say one of the counters Cho'Gath's Urgot. I flipped that. Cho'Gath's actually really good as Urgot because you can sustain through his range and silence him. I'm gonna expect...
He played Ahri, he played Twisted Fate, he's playing Cho'Gath now, he played Vladimir.
Because it's only been 2 matches since I am.
Actually, I don't know what Jinair's gonna pull out here. Vlad does alright against Cho'Gath.
It's really good to see Coco opening up like this, though. We know that he's a solid player. And that
Graves isn't as much of a power pick in Korea. They still like their Lucian because they feel like Lucian is better in team fights. Alistar, Lucian, that would be fine. Alistar's really strong in the tank meta because his ultimate is super broken. Like pretty much people are just like building teams that like can't get killed by carries or like bursted out, and so like because Cinderhulk is like so OP, like just kind of like get out of the lane phase and like just walk all over people. SKT won a game. They were down like 6k gold against Jinair. Jinair played the early game perfectly. They couldn't have played it any better. And SKT had like this Anivia Urgot like super tank comp that just couldn't be killed by the like Lissandra Corki of Jinair, and they just like won the game even though they're down 7k gold. First team fight at the 20-minute mark, they took a get 2 for 0 in Dragon. Like the game was just over. That's why the tank meta really allows for you to get over mistakes in the early game, so pick ban becomes like really important now. I'm not a huge fan of it, but okay. So right now they took Rumble because Rumble is counter to Maokai, and they believe they can win the 2v2 with Sivir and Nautilus. CJ did. Ooh, Twisted Fate. Okay, that throws a wrinkle into the game. All right, I'm gonna pause. We'll talk about pick ban. Okay, so they took the Rumble and the Nunu because Rumble can be really aggressive onto Maokai. Rumble just does very well in that matchup. He kind of burns the oak. So what that allows is for CJ to also take Nunu. And so they realize that they have enough they should have enough engage and like should have enough engage with the Equalizer and like the Sivir ult, so like Nautilus can also engage, and so they're just taking Nunu for peel instead of like taking like a Sejuani for more engage. And also Sivir buffs up, or Nunu buffs up Sivir, and so Sivir like actually becomes a real AD carry, and the movement speed and attack speed on Sivir is like super good, and it kind of turns her into a hyper carry. So the Twisted Fate pick. This is pretty much going to be 100% on GBM to shut down Rumble and Standard Thanes. So I think by taking Twisted Fate, Jinair is going to opt for Standard Thanes, and then they're just going to try and use the kill pressure that Maokai and Alistar bring with CC to affect one of the side Thanes. And also Rek'Sai is a global too, so don't forget that she can actually join into this fight. Overall, Twisted Fate has to be really careful in lane phase. I'm definitely going to expect a Boots 4 pots and able to be able to dodge Rupture. And Twisted Fate cannot show up in that lane because if Nunu comes, it's just free food for Cho'Gath.
is what's going on here. They have the Maokai. They can chain it into the goal.
So GBM that first ultimate that Twisted Fate throws down is like crucial. And you can see like CLG in game 1, Nick played Twisted Fate, and he completely wasted his first ultimate and his third ultimate. Like the game was just like over after like one more mistake from CLG. Like if Nink actually had a good first ultimate, like they could have easily won that game. That was the first. I'm referencing the first game against Team Liquid in the playoffs. All right, let's start this game up. I'm gonna skip out of it.
That 2v2.
Thoughts on mid show? Mid show is really good. It's super, like, it's really tanky, and it's like just like a super free lane. Like it's good against, like its lane phase is nuts. Like I'm gonna expect the Cho'Gath to have a lot of kill pressure on TF, but I would expect GBM to be. Oh, he started Flask. I hopefully he can dodge out of his shit. GBM's gonna have to be really careful not to overextend, but he's a really good player. Obviously, all these guys are pretty much. So classic emote spam from Mad Life. All right, they're setting up standard lanes. Maokai's gonna take a camp. Not sure if Rumble's gonna take a camp. It's just defensive position because they both are kind of opting in for standard lanes. CJ has the winning matchups, but it's easier for Twisted Fate to impact lanes when it's a standard setup. Because if it's not a standard setup and you send your 2v1 up top, then you're trading top tower for dragon, but you also burn Twisted Fate out. So it's not necessarily the best trade of all time. Like you'd rather just get, because like when Twisted Fate TP's up there, he's gonna tower dive him, so they kill him and then they get tower. But also, like CJ could play it so they lose the tower at like 5 minutes. So like usually teams will shove in waves at the 4-minute mark, and then like it's up to like the top laner, the jungler, and the support to like go up there and like get the farm. Because like also, if teams are like really good, they'll shove it in at the 4-minute mark and have their jungler and top laner come up with the 80 carry and support. So they'll try and 4-man if like the top laner like tries to like TP in, and so like they could just like give up the wave, lose the tower for free, but then like Twisted Fate can't really do anything. So like it's not, I don't know. I could explain that one better, but yeah. So
Pretty sure those are the gangs in West Side Story too.
That's true.
oh god, West Side Story by Monty.
I don't remember too well, but oh, look at that. Jay already putting the hurt on a Mad Life.
All right, so
Trying to toss out the
wait, I gotta go back and look real quick.
this more shiny, I have no idea.
Did bot lane?
I don't know, man. You could do like a stream of desert.
Alright, Trace is going to
Did bot lane get Gromp here? And then oh, so they took the full camp.
Seems that way.
Okay.
And who is going to
Sorry,
drop?
I missed that. I was explaining a point.
But will they share it?
So there are two ways that you can get your bot lane ahead in the 2v2. One of them is you take the small Krug, and the other bot lane will take like one of the small like little minions from the blue buff, and then they get to lane without missing like anything. But they just opted for the full camps, which is usually what happens when you have tanks.
This is the Krugs. Yeah.
So both bot lanes do a really good job at hitting level 2, and you're gonna see CJ get a killer trade in here, because really nice boomerang blade from space.
Slugfest.
the violence.
No
Well,
kidding.
Jenner actually gets the worst out of that trade.
Yeah, they do.
Yep, they lost that trade really hard.
Has to be used by Captain Jack. And this is going to mean a little bit of extra
Sivir's,
confidence for CJ. A little bit of
Sivir actually is much stronger than Lucian at early levels.
Life on another cook.
Sivir is actually surprisingly strong at early levels. You'd be amazed how much of those boomerang blades do.
In his career, but never the support Nautilus
Or
really.
not boomerang blades, the bouncing blades, my bad. The W, where like the blades like bounce between minions, that actually adds up. It's like 30 damage every single hit at rank 1. And like levels like 1 and 2, that's a lot. You know, like if 4 of them hit you.
Because
Like,
Thresh is cool, but he's got that kind of wind up before he throws. You can't beat
and it also
that
gives her an
with
attack speed
kind of like
bonus.
Nautilus,
So it's a nice little steroid
Mad
early.
Life's he's a little bit more in his element here.
And Ambition going to be
Good ward from Trace.
seen right at the blue buff here. Deep ward going in actually from Trace. Yep. Picked up that ward on his way back. That's a great ward to get in after putting pressure on the lane.
Monty's going over it right now. I don't know if you guys can hear Monty that well or not, but yeah, it's a really good ward. It's just gonna, it shows Trace where Ambition goes next. And he shoved in the lane, so he got that for free with like out sacrificing much either.
Whoa. Mad Life comes in on a minion, but doesn't take a lot
Mad
of
Life just Mad Life. Nautilus just simply out trades Alistar early, but he is burning through a lot of his mana, and Alistar is sustain. So later levels, once Lucian gets some more levels in Q2, I would actually expect for them to turn this lane over. Really up to space to have really timely spell shields.
That's really annoying too.
She has to time her spell shield, or Sivir spell shield, so that she gets headbutted, but then when Che goes for the combo for Pulverize, she spell shields that. It's really, really, really hard.
Shocking that is a true statement, but it is.
It's been an interesting season.
GBM's doing okay early, but once Coco starts getting some sustain and a little bit of tank under his belt, GBM's going to be in big trouble. And also, that ward actually protected Ambition. Or Ambition. That ward on Ambition actually protected GBM, because if he went into the river, then GBM wouldn't have hard shoved. But since they saw Ambition, they really clean gank. Yep. Really good gank from Chaser. Alright. Let's look at that real quick.
What do you think Coco's just going to need to sit back by space?
So okay.
Babysit him
Whoops.
a little bit more than you would.
So you can extend the range of Rek'Sai's burrow, so like her E, through terrain. Kind of like how wards, like you can extend the range of wards. So Chaser's going to do that really well here. Shy is overextended. Chaser gets the jump on him because he knows that Ambition like didn't have any wards on him. And he stuck around the crab, which also gave Shy a false sense of security. And sneaks behind him. Really good knockup by Chaser. Really well played. Like he placed his knockup perfectly.
As suspected, they have that hard CC in the top side. Bold gank from
Super good.
Look at that. It was all set up early on. They had that ward from Maokai in, so they had knowledge that there wasn't going to be a counter.
Also, for some reason this is on 5-5. That doesn't change too much, but
Ambition, just based on the
this is on patch 5.5. Cinderhulk is still enabled.
Take right there into the tri-brush, so a bold gank, but a perfectly safe one. They're going to give up Dragon.
Pretty much it means that Sejuani is stronger in this patch.
That broken up about it. I mean, they can continue to punish Shy in the top side now with the TF who's about to hit 6.
Yeah,
Summoners are down for Shy.
I noticed it because the crab was still bugged. They unbugged the crab in 5.6 when Ambition took crab up top.
At some point. But Junior can always catch up in Dragon. CJ can never catch up in First Blood.
Yeah,
Deep, right?
Deep.
Deeper than Deep Sea Cho'Gath.
Deeper than Deep Sea Cho'Gath. Jesus, Doa.
Deep Sea Kog'Maw.
Or Kog'Maw, yeah. Any Deep Sea.
Right. Here comes GBM.
Man, Shy, that was a super good gank from Chaser. Pretty much how you win this Rumble Maokai matchup is Maokai can win if he gets jungle pressure. Because, like, Maokai just brings so much more utility for the jungler to gank than a Rumble does. And Rumble's, like, immobile target, really weak at early levels. Like, he does a lot of damage if he overheats. But, I mean, like a lot of, like, I guess what I'm getting at is, like, a lot of times, like, you'll see, like, Rumbles get, like, 3v1 dived and, like, come out with, like, 1 kill. Because, like, they overheat, like, their auto attacks and, like, his abilities, like, do, like, absurd damage. Like, when he overheats, because, like, his auto attacks get buffed, too. But, overall, like, he is mincemeat right now. Like, I would fully expect Chaser to come up again. And I'm also going to fully expect Ambition to use his trinket on the top lane in order to protect Shy here. I think that's why he's on the top side.
No ward at the top side any longer. Ambition looking to get a ward
Yep.
in the river. He will get it.
Ambition just dropped that ward up there.
Down. There's the ping.
Like, he has to, or else that Rumble is just going to get camped because he doesn't have flash.
So, I wonder. You know,
They saw that ward, because Maokai had that ward in the brush. So they saw that ward up there, and now you're going to see Chaser invade his red and probably go for a gank on the bot or mid from bot side. Chaser's going to get some really good wards in here. He still has a pink ward in his inventory. I wonder if he's going to use it.
Will Janair be able to continue
CJ sniffed that one out really well.
They haven't really been able to do that.
Well, and also CJ in the late game, that's the question for them. Are they going to try some risky Barons? Or are they going to not be grouped soon enough and walk into some dangerous situation where they can get picked off?
Yeah.
And that's especially relevant with the TF because he can turn the tables if you're separated so quickly. I think this is actually a very good pick specifically against CJ Entus.
Yep.
I see a lot of new news. I think Dom and Saint. Oh my god, what a hook from Mad Life.
Threads the needle and gets onto Captain Jack. Nice trade from space. Mad Life takes a bit of damage, but CJ
okay trade.
out on top of that one. That was a Mad Life hook right there.
I think Alistar put 2 points in the heal in order to sustain up. Alistar is really good against a support so you can engage just because like you walk into his pulverize.
Nobody says that anymore. You're just sounding old right now.
I never even said that, man.
You have to go with the YOLO.
Or his headbutt pulverize, my bad.
No, dude.
Now you see Twisted Fate kind of getting bullied out a little.
They are not anything but acronyms. Oh, the culling blocked by Mad Life.
Good play by Mad Life.
Hard to cull a Nautilus.
Indeed.
What I was getting into, sorry, Ambition, his item build, he didn't go for the early Sightstone, he went for the piece of Cinderhulk again, the Bomby Cinder, and got a couple wards instead. I think a pink and at least one green, possibly two. So I see like Dom and St. Visions were going for early Sightstones, so I don't know, it's kind of interesting.
Check right there up the river.
That was not the greatest ward for Mad Life. He's like, I'm just gonna
that ward by Mad Life.
So nobody saw me do that. Space is like, thanks, buddy. I feel safer already.
I loved Doe and Monty are really like fun to listen to cast. They're probably the best casting duo. I really enjoy them. Doe is super troll, and Monty's like super intelligent.
Yeah. Well, Space can totally see if somebody comes out of Tribrush at him.
Is Jay gonna try
Not
something?
making any moves yet.
Note this is like a really like small thing. Coco is toggling the spikes if he wants to shove the wave or not. It's like really small thing that pretty much makes the difference between the pros and like someone like me, or like the difference between like me and like someone like in Platinum, are just like the little things, like the animation canceling, like and like your mind. It's like the small mechanical things and like how you think about the game.
Wow.
On to Rek'Sai. He learned from the last match that maybe it wasn't a great idea to build Warrior Enchant in the current meta.
That's a pretty valuable lesson to learn.
Yeah, the itemization
Cinderhulk Rek'Sai.
from GBM's Karthus as well, a little bit suspect in that series.
Yeah,
those were definitely contributing factors to the team fighting from Jin Air, that especially in the late game where they couldn't quite hang in there with SK Telecom. Ambition, great positioning from Ambition, comes to the top side while Shy is vulnerable, pushing up. So that they're not going to be able to turn this around. Look at
Ambition did a really good job of protecting Shy while he didn't have his flash up. Now he knows that Shy has his flash up.
Yeah, CJ's warding is much better right now. GBM's gonna try it
Oh,
out.
here comes the Twisted Fate ult.
Here comes GBM.
Did I call that? Possibly.
Oh
my god, Coco is able to come on up. Oh, that was okay. We gotta watch this.
Nice knockup from Chaser. Isn't enough. GBM.
Oh, GBM.
Coco chasing, tanking those turret hits. Ganked by Mom, barely escaping, but nice.
Hang in there with SK Telecom. Ambition, great positioning from Ambition. Comes to the top side while Shy is vulnerable, pushing up. So that they're not going to be able to turn this around. Look at Coco as well, already motioning up there. Great wards.
Oh my god, that's so good by Coco.
See every angle of approach.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it right here. This is like 100% made by Coco. Coco or CJ sees Chaser up top. Shy doesn't have flash yet. His flash is up really soon. And you know that Jin Air has a timer on Shy's flash. So Jin Air is going to try and make a play while Shy's flash is down, right? Ambition was up there for wards, he just cleared the crap. And he ran into Chaser, so he's still kind of chilling up there because Shy said he doesn't have flash, right? Coco, after watching GBM, or after shoving in the wave and GBM clearing the wave, is already moving up to top lane. Like, he's already walking there, because like, Jin Air just knows that like they're going to make a play. Really smart by Coco, and it's going to turn it around, because he gets here fast enough. Let's listen to Drunk Doa.
Try it out. Gated Destiny coming in. Shy getting very low. Here comes GBM.
Ambition gets a full channel ult off. That's pretty big. They could have saved an ability in order to cancel that.
Shy trying to make it out. Still alive.
Really well played by Shy. He knew that Malachi's abilities were down, so he just turned around, added what damage he could. Now he's gonna get out. And once again, Coco's here, and so like Generic could have went really hard to the paint and made sure they got the kill on Shy, and then turned down the Nunu maybe, or well they probably could have turned down the Nunu because like then Coco would have been moving up already. But still, this is like A+ from Coco. Coco completely saved this.
Nice knockup from Chaser. Isn't enough. GBM flashes out of the rupture. Coco chasing, tanking those turrets.
A+ for Coco. That was super good. CJ realized what Genera's win comp was, or like win condition was, and read their minds pretty much. Because CJ's win condition is we're gonna use Twisted Fate to snowball our tank because you're running, I guess like 2.5 tanks. We're running 2.5 tanks as well, but our tank's gonna be bigger than yours. And Twisted Fate, Lucian does do more late game damage than what Sivir and Cho'Gath do, especially Twisted Fate. So they're pretty much saying we're gonna fall on our tank to get us to the late game and let our carries farm up. So we're gonna get our tank ahead.
From CJ.
That was really well set up by CJ. You can see how they were.
Yeah, it was super good by Coco.
And so they had the
Also, Mad Life was up there too. Like he didn't end up doing anything. Like he's still up there. Like he still knew that play was coming.
Playing to the top side of the map already, and it started walking up very early.
Yeah, CJ saw that one coming from a mile away.
Also, Shy used his flash on cooldown.
Was getting a little bit desperate too. They just didn't have enough
What?
vision to make a good decision. But here we go. They're
Whoa.
starting to go to the top lane. Che, can he make a play? No, not quite getting close enough. Close enough, rather.
Well, there just wasn't going to
That was
be any
bad.
follow-up.
Total waste of TP from Jinair. And now Shy has TP advantage. CJ has TP advantage.
And, smart not to
Really dumb, like, well not dumb,
overcommit.
really
Good damage
desperate
necessary
play
to
almost
actually pick up
from
one of those
Jinair.
kills. But that was Jinair can't make
Wait.
those kind of plays. It's
Yep.
pretty transparent, and if you don't see that Cho'Gath in the mid lane, you should assume that he's already coming up to that top side of the map. They
A+
didn't have
for
anything
Coco.
rewarding. Meanwhile, good coverage from CJ.
He totally saved
It really
that.
seems like there haven't been many wards on the map at all from Jinair. Not quite yet.
Jinair knows they have the early game advantage, so they're trying to push that.
Mitigate a twist.
Well, I guess they don't, like, I guess they have the early game advantage of, not overall, bad, me no talk good. Early game advantage in the jungle. So Rek'Sai is greater than Nunu early. Rek'Sai is going to put out more damage. He's going to be able to duel the Nunu. And he brings more to team fights early, so they're trying to, they want to force this dragon
Try to mitigate the vision.
Yeah, Shy
before things
did
get out of
use
control.
Flash, though, so
Yeah.
there still is another opportunity to get him down. Perhaps on the next try. Dragon's up. Scuttle Crab in Jinair's favor, and GBM coming through.
Jinair would prefer to get this one, of course. Shy can teleport down, but
Yeah.
Trace with no teleport.
Yeah,
so
he just TP'd back in the top.
Yeah,
side.
this is why Trace's
Always
teleport's so
long.
bad too. There's now
And
CJ just
they
like,
are going with the dragon right here.
they have TP advantage. And also Rumble at the first dragon fight's a fucking horror.
backing off for the moment to try to put a little bit of pressure, maybe on the mid lane, just clearing out some vision.
What can you do right now? CJ has every advantage around this drag. Great vision. Chaser's just going to try and gank topside again. Shy
It's a good play by Chaser.
Yeah, he does.
So what Jinair's just sacking the dragon, saying we don't have this, so I'm gonna make a play on top lane instead.
They're second. And will Jinair respond with this gank?
They see
GBM
him.
getting ready. Yeah, he's standing right in a ward. This is pretty
They
obvious.
know.
Shy, gated SC coming in. There's a chilling smite. GBM under turret. Throws the gold card in.
They're waiting for
Oh,
minions.
Nothing else, yeah.
Shy's
Yeah.
still in trouble, but
Oh boy.
this is going to get turned around.
I think so. Shy may go down here. Oh, still alive for now. He will get taken out. But here comes Ambition. Coco not too far behind. Snowball onto GBM. Looks like Jinair's going to get away with this one.
Very lucky to get away with that. Ambition not committed.
Alright, good play.
But,
They sacked the dragon and took, they got an advantage based off of the summoner spell advantage they had, where Shy didn't have flash, and Rumble's immobile, so they abused that.
Jinair Again, taking the worst end of the Dragon trade.
You know, and does
They
this
weren't able to
feel
trade an
like
objective
we're
though
seeing a
because
little bit of
Nunu
that
and Cho'Gath were
desperation
able to
when
rotate
Janela
out
kind
fast
of
enough because they
creeps up
sniffed
when
that
they're
one
playing
out due to
against
the
some of these
really
better
good ward in the
teams?
mid
I
lane.
think that CJ has
Also,
a
that
very
pink
good
ward,
read.
pink ward, that green ward down here dodges the pink ward. Super good.
And I think that Jin Air's
Really
trying to be
intelligent.
very transparent as to where they're going to go, what they're going to do
Because the typical spot for that ward is you drop it like right over the wall.
in this match.
Oh,
And
Mad
Good
Life
hook
on
from
the
Mad
Captain
Life.
Jack. A lot of trades there. Ooh, Che getting extremely low too. Hasty
Oh, he had to
was on
pop ult.
and it's affecting other lanes also. The
There's a
reason
good ult
why
from
this
Jack.
tower is so low is because Space and Mad Life have no fear of playing really far forward.
Yep.
Because they know the target is shy. They know the target is shy. So they don't have to worry so much about themselves, and also Ambition playing almost exclusively the top side of the map this game.
Yeah, very true.
So
This is just CJ abusing
Jin Air like a book right
the
now.
win
Jin Air's
condition
making the predictable
of
plays, and
Jin
now they
Air,
lose the tower
like
as well.
Yep.
just
Nice
rotate,
survival
like
trade
out rotating him.
For CJ, just letting it to kill as many minions as they can to deny some XP.
Because early game Cho'Gath brings more. All of like Twisted Fate is pick potential, but like in a straight up, like elongated team fight, Cho'Gath's abilities do more damage than Twisted Fate's abilities. Like that's it. And also, Rumble early game is a lot better than Maokai early game. So while they have lots of kill pressure up top,
Yes,
like
there
they
we go.
just
First
have
turn of the game.
equal numbers and are
2
like
dragons already.
just abusing
Gold
the win
still
condition
pretty
of Jin
even
Air,
overall,
which
but
is
Coco
to
starting
shut
to
down
get
the Rumble and get the Maokai so far ahead they can get their comp to late game and win.
Yeah.
Oh, also, you guys wouldn't know this. Jin Air is super good in the late game. CJ really struggles in the late game. CJ really makes questionable calls. Jin Air, super clean late game. Really clean late game.
Getting the first 2 dragons, you're going to be in very good shape.
At least with Pilot. Pilot's a little bit of better than Captain Jack. Pilot's their other AD.
We're going to be going Frozen Heart as his next item.
Also in Korea,
Pretty nicely, and
they
Space
do
already
really
with
like
the
to
edge.
use
Although
their
I was
subs.
best
Like Easy
by
Hoon,
Captain Jack
like
and
plays a
Cubby
lot of
as
games
well.
for SKT, even though like Faker's there. SKT just picked up another sub, Tom, in the jungle, who's apparently like super good, but Bengi's starting to play better again, so they're playing Bengi.
Just clearing the wave with that equalizer, it looks like. Shy. Just not wanting to take a lot of pressure onto that turret at the moment.
So I don't know. It's kind of cool how they're taking advantage of like the full rosters. What?
I feel pretty good. Mad Life not moving right now. Finally is going to be seen by that tremor sense.
Yeah. Oh, Chaser. Ambition's going to walk right on top of him. Ambition
Oh boy.
knocked up. Will they get anything? It's a weird
Great
2v2 right now. Ambition with a big ult. Here comes GBM. Ambition stunned. Trace coming down as well, too. They're pushing CJ back, but here comes Shy. Got to be careful not to get in position for an equalizer. But equalizer
And numbers.
down.
Saber's not there.
Wow, Captain Jack got a great culling off. A ton of damage onto CJ. Ambition still in trouble. GBM gets a bit too far forward. Hit with the rupture. And now CJ trying to turn this one around. Space comes in. That's a lot of damage from this Sivir.
Whoa.
There goes GBM. And so they will trade 1 for 2. A fight
Okay.
taken by CJ, but it looks like Trace.
There should be a replay.
Maybe another victim here.
Yes.
Oh, goodbye. Ruptured.
Is it a replay?
So that ended up being what, a 1 for 3 for CJ.
Well,
I don't know, I'm
that
gonna
was
wait to
just
see if a
another
replay comes up.
beautiful trap
Go over
setup.
it.
Yep.
Notice that Mad Life knew there weren't any wards in that brush, and CJ felt they had such a good engage that they felt comfortable taking that fight, even though they knew Equalizer was down, because they had the drop. Mad Life was sitting there. He saw Rek'Sai. He did not move. So
Alright,
they
I guess
didn't
there's no
know
replay.
Nautilus was
Alright, give me a
there,
sec,
and
I gotta find it.
So picks up a pink board.
A lot of pressure onto that Chaser. Ambition's going to walk right on top of him. Ambition.
As a result,
Okay.
they feel pretty good. Mad Life not moving right now. Finally,
Team fight right now.
be seen by that trap.
Who sees what? Jin sees Che, or CJ sees Che above. They see Maokai in the top lane. They don't see Rumble. This CJ also sees Captain Jack. He's going to clear a ward. Jin they don't see Rumble. Cho'Gath's in the back of mid. They don't see. I guess they kind of see Mad Life. They think Ambition's caught.
Yeah. Oh. Chase.
Okay. GBM had to stay and clear the wave. Also, Captain Jack went the long way. He could have cleared the pink ward, but they didn't have vision in the. He could have cleared the not the pink ward. Could have used the pink ward to clear the normal ward and take that path, which would have probably gotten him here quite a lot faster. But he didn't want to because he didn't see Cho'Gath. He was in the back of the lane.
Ambition's gonna walk right on top of him. Ambition. Now.
Right now, okay, so Coco, really good job. Mon even says it, really good knockup. Jin Air don't have vision of Coco in the area. That's a fault of warding. Also, by now, Captain Jack's up here. He should be right here. Right in the middle. He should have gotten to this fight way earlier.
Great knockup
right now.
Okay. This is an error by Jin Air, obviously. Give me a sec. I'm gonna find this again.
Ambition's gonna walk right
I wanna see this.
top of him, man.
Che, instead of using his headbutt pulverized and Ambition, should have just walked and pulverized, right?
Ambition.
Now they have nothing to cancel Nunu ult, and Coco gets this beautiful knockup.
Great knockup
right now. Ambition with a big.
Mad Life's just putting down CC. Nautilus has insane teamfight AoE CC. Really good ult. Alright, so if you're playing Nautilus, you want to use your ult on someone behind others so you knock up multiple people. That's pretty obvious. Also, you want to use it for peel, though. It's really good for peel. Here, use it as engage. Because right now, CJ, they think that they're pretty much... They think they can win the 4v4. They didn't see... That's one thing. They didn't see Captain Jack. So although Captain Jack takes the long way and should be at the fight by now, they don't see him. So they have a 4v4, and CJ's like, alright, yeah, we can win this. Because Rumble...
Stunned. Trace coming down as well.
Rumble's a lot stronger than Maokai at the moment. Also, Cho'Gath has level 11, Twist of 8 is level 10.
Shy. Gotta be careful not to get it.
Alright, Jin Air wants this. I don't know... They want this because they know that they have the numbers advantage, right? But they funnel into this choke.
Down. Wow, Captain Jack.
And their carries are too low to really do anything.
Off a ton of damage on the CJ. Ambition still in trouble. GBM gets a bit.
Captain Jack doesn't do shit this fight.
With the rupture.
Now Sivir comes in,
and
the fight's over.
Space comes in. That's a lot
really good flash from Shy. He fucking barbecued everyone.
Damage from the Sivir. There goes GBM.
Now they just pick off Trace.
Alright,
that...
For two, a fight.
CJ won the team fight early because of the misuse of abilities from Jin Air and also the outstanding use of abilities from Coco's Cho'Gath and Ambition getting a full channel ult off. Also, Mad Life got a lot of damage off. And support Nautilus does massive damage. Like, the most damage out of any support, man. You guys gotta play support Nautilus. He is so good right now, and there is a reason why he's such, like, so highly contested. Alright. Right now, CJ has a 2k gold lead. 2 dragons. They're up 1 tower to 0. They're also up in levels. Space is up 2 levels. Coco's up 1 level, and Shy is up 1 level. That fight was also... I guess it didn't matter that much. Coco had rank 2 ult, and Space didn't have rank 2 ult for the fight. And Shy's ult was down. That could have been real. Oh, if Equalizer was up, that would have been like a 4 for 0.
Hit them with a great rupture. And that's a lot of damage.
Coco's rupture was really good because it just allowed Ambition to get a full channel ult off.
Very good ratios on his abilities.
And Cho'Gath, yeah, Monty's saying it right now. Cho'Gath's ratios on his abilities are actually fucking disgusting, to be quite honest. But he does have really high cooldowns. So.
Well, I think the ganking isn't exactly working, so split pushing is probably going to be the best option at this point, Tom.
Alright, CJ's up. They want Dragon. They have Rumble.
for Jin Air this
Like, they have
game.
level 11
Jin Air
Rumble
just
with
taking
Haunting
the goal
Guys,
line
Abyssal
sinker so
Scepter.
far.
This is the dream. Rumble is gonna barbecue everyone this next fight.
Nautilus.
Alright, so what do you do if you're Jin Air, right? What do you do now? Well, it looks like they're gonna try 1-3-1 with Twisted Fate. Pretty much, they're banking on the fact they want to get Twisted Fate farm. They're banking on the fact that Twisted Fate's really good at 1-3-1 with 2, by the way. So what a 1-3-1 does, if you do it correctly, it elongates the game because you're taking and you get 3 waves of farm, right? So pretty much you're banking on the fact that you can trade a bot inner or a top inner for your mid inner. That's pretty much it. So Lucian does have enough wave clear, and one of the bad things about Cho'Gath is that he's actually melee. This is actually really low. They have 4 melees and then Sivir, who has 500 range. So this is a really low range comp from CJ. So they're going to have a lot of trouble sieging. They can wave clear with Cho'Gath, but they can't really siege that well. So I actually really like this move from Jin Air.
Who probably
This is
sinks in
the
water.
correct solution.
Walks around on the bottom. That's
Yeah.
why he's in a diving suit.
Exactly.
So what they want to do is they want to elongate the game and just get level 16s on everyone.
They're for underwater work.
Or they want to get 4 items on TF. Once they hit 4 item marks, like once they hit the 4 item mark on Lucian and TF, they're going to be outputting way more damage than Cho'Gath and Sivir.
See that setup again. I guess we're not going to be so fortunate this time.
Oh well.
Coco, curious what item he wants to pick up next. Lots of MR already coming in, especially on Shy. Has been the target of those double AP ganks.
Yeah, pretty much they don't want to team fight right now because
As CJ
Equalizer.
right now, do you really
Like
need
Equalizer is
too
going
much
to
top
shred
pressure?
them.
Can you just kind of wait for them to come to you?
No, you can play the
Yeah,
Dragon
you
game
can.
right now.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You have great choke control with Cho'Gath and Rumble. So just go ahead, continue to control the dragon. They're trying to
Alright,
Shy again.
A+ from
Shy is
CJ.
way
Look
too
at this
many
vision
wards
control.
on that side.
Holy shit.
Jin Air's gonna play a
That's
dangerous
why
game and try
GBM
and
had to back off. They have
lead
no
the
vision
dragon
control.
for a tower.
Really
Can
good by
get
CJ.
something out of it.
Well, there
Very
are some
smart.
CJ players there as well, too.
That stops the
Coco and Shy
1-3-1.
I can't
trying
say
to
the
defend
tower
that
though.
turret. They can't.
But Ambition is gonna solo it. Vision control around Dragon has been vastly
Wait,
superior
what?
for CJ this game.
Oh, thank God he's got
Tracer
tremor
wants to
sense.
defend his blue buff.
Damn, this game's over.
GBM there as well, and he will be the one
Excuse
taking
me.
it
Yeah, this
most
game's over.
likely in the end, but that's 3 drags already at 19 minutes.
CJ has 3 dragons with Sivir.
Yeah,
At,
getting a little bit out of control as far as those
and they're
dragons.
okay. So
More and things will be
how you beat? This is how you beat a late game team comp, right? Just take dragon. Oh man. All right. I really like what CJ did now. It kind of is shaping up for me. They saw Malachi, and so they said, all right, we're definitely going to take Rumble, right? So we're going to have better team fighting around Dragon early, right? We're going to take Nunu because we want the Dragon. When you take Nunu, that just says, I don't give a fuck about damage. I'm going to stand in front of your team, peel for my carries. I'm going to take every goddamn objective in the game. And so pretty much all Ambition had to do was babysit Shy because he burned his flash, which he did. Ambition does a very good job of that this game. And now he just needs to take Dragon. Like, look at that vision control. Like, holy smokes.
You know, I just feel like CJ
That's
has
the
had
dream.
control of the map since minute 1.
And look at how far back the pink wards are from Jin Air too. Just because your goal with pink wards is you want to clear the furthest back line of vision, right? Like the line of vision that like is the furthest back. So that's why a lot of times like the early pink wards you'll see are right here, and like these pink wards like in these bushes are really strong, like over these walls are really strong, and also this bush is pretty good. Because they want to clear the furthest like line of wards, like the furthest back from them, right? Because like it doesn't make sense if I have a pink ward, what good does a pink ward do me if I drop a pink like right here if I'm Jin Air, alright? This is a good pink ward spot. I'm gonna drop a pink right here at the 10-minute mark while my whole entire jungle is warded. And what good does a pink ward do you if the pink ward's right here and they have wards like way up in here? Like it doesn't do you any good because like when you like walk down to like take advantage of the pink ward, they already know where you're going.
Target on this Rumble.
feel like the Twisted Fate pick did really hurt them quite a bit. What do you think they should have gone with?
I don't think it's that so much. As we see, just the Alistair pickup maybe wasn't the best here. Perhaps Thresh would have been doing better in that bottom lane just to help provide several forms of CC rather for the TF to gank for.
It is a bit surprising to see Thresh fall all the way through picks.
They still want a 1-3-1.
Definitely going to be fighting.
Junior actually did a good job of rotating for that top tower. It's like at least they counter traded something for the dragon.
But CJ has been playing much better so far.
Sivers just constantly shoving TF in, and TF can't push out past here because he doesn't have vision.
The Dragons really are kind of the story of this game.
TF's a really good split pusher, by the way.
Execute a 1-3-1 now. So Jinair's solution to their current predicament.
Whoa.
Well, we have two.
Damn, CJ. This is so good. Okay. This is why I love Korean Law, man. Like, strategically, oh my god. 1 minute ago, they took Dragon, right? About 1 minute, 2 minutes, we'll say. They had this side of the jungle 100% fucking lit. You couldn't go into that jungle without being seen, right? So Jin makes the appropriate counterplay and drops 2 extra pink wards, right? Or 3. I didn't see if that one got destroyed. I hope you guys can see my mouse, or else this would be like a weird cat. Okay, yeah, you guys can. Good. All right. Jin makes the very appropriate counterplay. They drop 2 pink wards in order to sweep out the vision, right? So what does Mad Life and Ambition do? They're controlling the vision this game, because not only are they the not only do they have sight stones, they've also been freed up to roam. Since Rumble is stopping the Maokai up here, Sivir is stopping the Twisted Fate from shoving down here, and they stick Coco in the mid lane for wave clear. So it's Ambition and Mad Life's job to get vision, right? So what do? They sweep through the red side of the jungle, and now they're going to make a play for top tower, and Jin is completely caught right here. They have a Nunu and a Nautilus behind them. Rek'Sai and Alistar look like they're chickens with their heads cut off, and Trace is about to get boned.
Oh, Trace might be in a bit of trouble. There's a snowball. Popping the ball, goes back onto Shy.
Now they rotate.
CJ
Too slow.
Something happen. There's a few more Jin players coming up. There's Shay, there's Tracer. Equalizer goes down. Jin.
Okay. Another small thing about a professional team, right? They just coordinated their Equalizer and their Nautilus ult. Super good. More time on the Rumble ult. I love Drunk Doa. Alright, this is good by... Trace is like just buying time. His job right now is to buy time. And look at how fast everyone's rotating. And this is Korean League, man. They're going instantly. Alright. Equalizer, Nautilus ult, double knockup onto the Equalizer. They're eating the damage. Really good exhaust from Che. Shy overheated, so it really reduces his damage output.
Knocked up. Mad Life turning it around in Ambition.
All right, they bought enough time for Twisted Fate and Captain Jack to come up.
A little bit low. GBM looking to come in. There's Captain Jack, though. What kind of damage can he put onto it?
Wait, what? Holy shit, Space? Oh my god. GBM, what the fuck, man? Alright, we're gonna see a replay of that.
GBM
Space killed GBM as he teleported in.
well, actually just dies. Wow. There goes
Drunk
Captain
Doa.
Jack and CJ.
Alright, that's the fight. That's game. It's
CJ
over.
starting to look a little
They get the
bit
ignite down?
Face
unkillable at this
killed
point.
Captain Jack or GBM
Oh, wow.
in the
Yes,
mid
he
lane.
did.
Classic ambition.
Right there. Before he could
Alright,
actually
A+ to Space. Really well played.
Now, I don't think Porty
They gotta show a replay of that. I wanna see that.
A great idea in the first place, but
That could have been totally different if GBM got up there full health.
Oh, they get a turret as well too. Yeah, I don't think I don't think
Overall, that
it's
was actually a
necessarily
very
the
well played
the
team fight from
price
both
that
teams. They
City is
coordinated
paying.
the non
CJ
assault
has
and
been
the
playing around the
equalizer.
rim.
Trace was just buying time because he thought that
Ball on
GBM
mid
could have
through
like
three.
came up and made it, and GBM just wasn't
Suddenly
able to
going
do
from
it.
pretty
Also,
even.
Captain Jack took a very aggressive angle. He had to walk through Nautilus, and he ended up having to burn his flash to get out. He should have took a more passive angle to get
Yeah,
around. But then
3,000
again, he
gold
thought
pieces
GBM
to
was coming in
CJ
right
just like
behind him.
that.
You have to commend Coco for his roams. GBM,
Oh, no,
he
that's
was
not gonna
not
work.
watching right there. He was
Nope.
watching the top side. That's why he died and tried to port in the first place.
Oh, GBM.
Then their ambition barely going to his. Oh, no, he got it.
no.
Oh.
The Prey Seeker.
Yep.
Well played by Chaser. He knew he was going to consume the minion.
Wasn't quite enough to stay alive right there. Maybe chasing a little bit too far, but all of a sudden this gold opening up and fourth dragon
Game
coming up in
over.
about 2.5 minutes. Should be quite easy for CJ
All right.
to pick up. Shy hit.
Twisted Fate with the Witchbane. That's fine. That 100% gives away they're going to 1-3-1.
A beautiful equalizer.
Space is
Offside.
huge,
Notice how
though.
he saved it.
So, like, Twisted
Knowing
Fate has to
that
be careful as hell, man,
he took
because
it, Janelle
this
was
Sivir can
able to
1v1
try to
him
turn that
again.
one around, but CJ
He's got Phantom Dancer
operated
now.
very well on the map. Coco always a step ahead against Twisted Fate. It's been impressive to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, this Twisted Fate has not worked out very well for Generic just yet.
Also, the 1-3-1 is going to be really hard to deal or to actually execute for GBM. As you can see, Space perfectly capable of
Yeah.
pushing the
Now Space is way stronger than TF after getting that kill, and also CJ got another tower out of that. So, 2 towers to be exact. Like that's game. Their only way back into this game was if they could have executed the
has that Leandri's Torment and Trace
executed the 3v1.
be burned for that percent HP.
Really well played game from. Okay, this is their other way. This is the
Very good
Desperation
call.
Baron. This is the other
Yep,
way back
trying
in.
to sneak this Baron. It doesn't look like CJ is aware this is going on. Yeah, no indication
Really
that
good
they know.
call.
Yep,
And it's going
Bonnie just
down
touched on it.
slowly.
Super good call.
I think you're right. Yeah, teleport coming in from GBM.
That gives it away. It
Sneak
doesn't
that
matter because they
one.
executed
CJ
Baron.
Still,
Now they
now
know.
finally knowing that this
After
is going on, but
Destiny
it's
went
too
down,
late.
they knew.
Yep.
And there's the empowered recall. You're not going to
Super
catch
good
that
from
with
Jin
that
Air.
ball.
Oh my god, dude, I love Korean Law. Like, the teams are so much better at looking at their win condition and actually playing to it. So, Jin Air, they saw, because remember they had pink wards in their blue side jungle. Jin Air saw 3 people there and they said, alright, guys, we are absolutely fucked this game. The only way we get back into this is if we get Baron and stall out the game and win the next dragon fight. They have to get the next dragon, because that gives them the AP and AD % bonus. If they don't do that, it's game.
Well, that's the kind of
They
thing
got to do something with this
Yeah,
Baron buff.
that was a really good call, though.
Really good call, though, from Jin Air to go for that.
Sneak that one after CJ overcommitted on the bottom side.
Super good call from him to go on that. And a small mistake from CJ. They had the vision down, but Jin Air just appropriately swept it out. Upgraded sweeper from Che was able to take care of that.
You know, if Jin Air can use this Baron buff to get another couple turrets.
Also, Jin Air, 3 upgraded trinkets to
Also,
1.
very important, they will have Baron buff for this dragon spawn.
Yep.
Huge tactic. For
Jin Air absolutely has to get this next dragon.
That does help quite a bit.
Or they have to trade multiple towers. No, not even. They got to get this next dragon.
20 seconds before dragon appears.
They still have a pretty
Alright.
amazing eye of advantage.
We know there's going to be a team fight here. Let's look at the team comps. Who's strong now, and what needs to happen in this fight, alright? Wait, Trace, what the fuck? You have a what's that blasting wand going to turn into? Alright, you got a blasting wand instead of a kindle gem. Alright, who's strong in this fight? Rumble is a level up on Trace. He has a completed Abyssal and the Andrew's Torment. Rumble is going to burn everyone. Nunu. Locket, Cinderhawk, Glacial Shroud. Or, not, Aegis. Really strong build for him. He's going to mitigate a lot of the magic damage coming out of Jin Air. Coco. He is a level up on GBM. He has an Abyssal. Also going to mitigate a lot of the magic damage. GBM is going to be very reliant on getting proccing his Lichbane, which is really easy with his pick of cards that automatically procs his Lichbane. And GBM does not have ult for this next fight, but he does have both sums, so we can still get work done. Space, this is the huge difference. Space, infinitely bigger than Captain Jack. He's got a level on him and a Phantom Dancer to a Zeal and a Crit Cloak. He is going to be pumping out metric fuck tons of damage, and Jin absolutely has to deal with him while protecting their backline from the equalizer. Nautilus has a completed face of the mountain. Shield's really good, and he has the elixir of iron, which is going to mitigate CC on him. This should be a team fight win for CJ due to their comp right now. I really expect for the equalizer engage followed up by a rupture, and Jin is gonna have to like get the fuck out of dodge when that hits.
Most likely.
Looks like they're going for mid tower with the Baron buffed
Well, here we go,
minions.
CJ.
They have to kite this out. Remember that.
Also, the huge problem for this is that how are they going to get through the Nunu Cho'Gath Nautilus front line? Even Rumble is providing CC. I don't see any way that Jin wins this team wins this team fight. They are too far behind, even with Baron buff.
Or an equalizer to engage.
Good one, Shay.
Pushing Mad Life away, I guess. Don't think he wanted to combo there.
Wow, they're gonna let him have this dragon.
I
They should
think
not
they
do that.
might.
Oh, Jin no.
They're gonna
Game.
try to fight this. Mad Life standing right in there.
Jack.
Whoa, Captain Jack totally caught. Nice.
Oh my god, he hooked him back into the rupture.
Taken out immediately. CJ got the dragon throughout that as well. Great ult by Ambition.
Let's fight over right there, man.
Close.
That's how Vision wins you games.
There's another one for Space, and Space going after GBM. GBM running for his life. Looks like he'll make it out with that ghost.
Replay?
They're gonna lose the tier 2 turret.
Yeah, there's a replay.
Maybe more, and man, CJ.
They face checked that brush so hard in that engagement. They gave up their position on Dragon in favor of doing hardly any damage to the
Let's
mid
count
turret.
the number of abilities that they could have thrown into that brush. Sapling, Prey Seeker, Twisted Fate, Wild Cards, Lucian W.
This CJ
Oh boy.
now, but 2 turrets and an inhibitor.
Rek'Sai's passive didn't see him, and so they thought that no one was in there. Really well played.
Easiest 80 carry kill of
Alright.
Mad Life.
The big mistake was mid tower when Che missed his headbutt pulverize, and he pretty much gave them the free dragon because they are already in position, and then they for some reason they snuck back mid because they didn't want the engage because they had cooldowns, and then CJ made a very aggressive but good call. They said, "Fuck it, we're gonna take drag."
Life right there. I mean,
Oh,
nobody.
Okay,
Che, to be fair, should have walked in rush. He had his soul.
like there's just like well played by Mad Life. There's nothing Captain Jack can do, man. Like the same thing would have happened to me, except I might have actually thought about throwing my W in that brush.
You should put your AD carry in that.
The fight's over. The big mistake was that they didn't rotate. Like when Shay missed his headbutt pulverized beforehand, they said, "All right, let's just wait another wave and get the tower." And CJ saw they snuck back there and just like, "Fuck it, we have so much damage right now, burn it," and they got it. It was really a really good quick call from CJ, and that won them the game. After the slight mishap at Baron, it wasn't they just overcommitted bot lane. That's not like the worst decision in the world.
Good luck getting out of that one. Mad Life also nailing the depth charge straight onto Jack.
well, he got like the Dream Nautilus combo, right?
Yeah.
Depth charge, stun with the auto, and then as he tries to flash.
And you need to give MV. I don't know if I give Shy or Coco. I'd probably give Coco MVP just because he rotated around the map so well.
Very bizarre decision.
Alright, another weird adaptation of this meta. This is going to be a really small one. Small talking point. Notice how Sivir finished the last Whisper next? 80 carries beforehand. Excuse me. You'd see him go Bloodthirster. Why? Well, because they didn't have these fucking ginormous tanks to deal with. Now, pretty much everyone's going third item Last Whisper and just relying on their positioning to survive team fights because they aren't able to get Vamp Scepter. Vamp Scepter doesn't even matter anymore because you don't have Last Whisper. You aren't dealing damage to any tanks either. Like, the tanks just stand in front of you and you can't do anything. So, sometimes you'll see them pick up Vamp Scepters here and there.
Oh, flash hook onto GBM. Mad Life gets him with the stun as well. Gold card turned around onto Space.
Okay.
So might have been a little bit over eager. Space in trouble. Yeah, that was a 2v3 CJ. That was a little
Well
bit
played by
over the
Jinair.
top.
That was a nice bait from Jinair, though,
Yeah.
because Chaser waited in that lane brush for a really long time just to cover GBM while he was on the turret.
That's just smart play from
So
Jinair.
ready for that too. He's
And
all right, I'll turn around to Gold.
an uneducated. Yeah, okay. Talking point. Space, where's your blue trinket, babe? Alright. In solo queue, get blue trinket when your support finishes Sightstone or your tower goes down. Way more useful. because it has a
Fire
shit ton
one
of
time,
range.
but
Yep.
more than likely,
He could have checked the Baron if he had
not
blue
enough
trinket
right now.
too.
GBM is still
Said he's upgrading
on
yellow
road
trinket.
gains
Okay,
in
that's
this
a
game.
strategic point. I think blue having one
Still
blue
trying
trinket's
to
really
stay
valuable.
pushed.
Yeah, he's going to be building Zonia's next.
Looks that way.
Lucian's like a full item behind,
Gonna recall now. We'll see what he can pick up.
and I haven't been completely thrilled
So
with
Junior
Captain
not
Jack's
out of this
play.
game yet, but with one inhibitor already down, it's gonna be pretty tough to take it.
Yeah, still no Last Whisper either. And Coco getting closer and closer to that
Ooh,
Zonia
Twisted
Tower
Fate's
blast
500
himself.
gold-ish away from completing Zanya's. If he can get that, then he can engage.
0-2 in top.
Like right now, their engage is Righteous Glory Maokai.
Yep, they've got a lot of damage.
They
There's
can
AD
engage
carry.
with
Captain
Twisted
Jack
Fate
coming
on the
back
back
with
line.
the culling.
You're seeing Twisted Fate get play again
Now
because
pushing
you can
into the
assassinate one of the back
Graveyard.
liners and
Doesn't
avoid
have
some of the
tunnels
tanks.
on top side.
And also, he's
For a
like good at
warrior,
1-3-1ing,
Jackson's going
and the
with
mid
pretty
laners,
slow
LeBlanc got nerfed, and
push.
Zed's bad now. Because you can't blind pick Zed anymore, because
Generic
then you get Urgot in the
trying to
face,
hold
and you get
on as
fucked.
best they can. No
They can
culling.
probably hold for a while. Well, until now.
And also, Korea hasn't played Zed in like a really long
I
time.
guess a while was a bit of an exaggeration, wasn't it?
Like, the only person who plays Zed is Goong for Najin.
Pretty slow.
He's really good at it, but yeah.
Here we go.
Trying to come in, and will they do anything? Trey's trying to get in the back lines there.
Alright, they traded towers. That's like a best case scenario, but that took
Using
Chaser
his
too
ult, but
long.
actually tanking that turret, so
Whoops.
not the best siege there from CJ.
They're letting the minions hit the Nexus turret, because they know this next wave's coming.
Here comes CJ again. And Trace just can't find an angle. He's still way too squishy to try to get into the back lines on this.
I don't know why the fuck Trace bought a fucking blasting wand. What's that going into, man? Get tanky.
As long as he doesn't tank turrets, yes.
You aren't
Yes,
building
he
Rod.
does.
That's the key.
Double zone.
Like you already finished right scoring. This game's gonna be over in 3 minutes too.
Gonna be
Yeah.
no getting at space once those items come through.
Don't let your AD carry tank the turret. That's a great idea.
Not even 3
great
minutes.
idea.
Good engage. That's the best engage they could have found.
Gold card comes in.
Oh.
Great equalizer though for
Damn.
Shy. Ambition again.
That's OP. I'm
With a
gonna have to
nice
play that.
absolute zero. Coco taking some
That's
damage,
so
turning
OP.
around for the silence onto Trace now. There goes the turret, and CJ just bulldozing their way into the base. Culling a little bit of damage from Captain Jack, but not a lot. This inhibitor pretty vulnerable, and the rupture on Trace is going to allow them to take it. CJ backing off again.
Why not get
Killed
finished?
GBM, and that was all they needed to go in and take the inhibitor. That's their second one now.
Well, it's just not going to get much better for Jin Air in
Yeah,
this
Jin Air's
game.
fucked.
That
This
was
game's
a
over, dude.
Perfectly acceptable engage.
Dudes.
Che
The Trace now. There goes the turret, and CJ just this inhibitor.
engage. Che in here with Ghost gets smacked
Oh, boy.
by depth charge.
That's so
equalizer.
gross.
Yep.
Crowd control from CJ game, and CJ played very well around it, anticipated all of Jin Air's moves.
I feel like
Alright,
when
fifth
CJ
dragon.
wins games to generic
This is
kind
why
of
CJ
like
wins,
and
dude. You get... Okay, what did I say before this game? Abyssal Scepter Maokai? Hold on, I gotta go kill myself. What the fuck, dude? Trace, bro. Holy shit, man. Look at the other team. You need a fucking Frozen Heart. Oh my god. Alright. A plus to CJ for getting dragons in a timely fashion. So they get the 5th dragon at the whopping 32-minute mark. Alright? Like, dragon spawns every 6 minutes. This is like the earliest you can get a fucking 5th drag. Like, what the hell?
Well, I don't know.
This is how
I
CJ
think-
wins, right?
I think CJ did a very good job.
They're going to try on the Trace here. Gold card loaded up for GBM. Mad Life gets the stun, I believe, onto Ambition.
Oh,
Alright.
GBM's got feasted.
Coco. Zone is.
I
Meanwhile, the rest of CJ gets
I can analyze this team fight, but like, why would I?
1 versus Shy and
He's
CJ,
got fucking
wow,
wrecked.
Yeah, they're just not going to win a fight. This was like 15 minutes ago. Remember we said, I don't think Jin Air's going to win a fight against
Law.
CJ. They haven't since then.
He's gonna
CJ
go
is
for
too
it?
tanky.
No.
Shy, or rather Space, just virtually untouched in all these fights since then.
Is that
Coco is playing this Cho'Gath really well,
is that a
too. You'll
typo?
notice in that last fight, they
Dragon
not only
spawns
did
every
Cho'Gath
6
get the
minutes.
Wow.
silence
5
on
times
hold,
6,
I guess
30.
it's the end of the game. Flashing over the wall is Space. They're going to go after the Nexus turrets, and a pretty tight game from CJ here in game number 1 against Jin Air. There goes the Nexus, and CJ 1 game away from locking up 3rd place. GG.
Great
Oh,
game,
this was to lock up their place.
especially
Okay, my bad.
from Coco. He responded
Let me go
so
back and
well to
when did I get that first fucking drag?
Then
isn't that what he all boards going?
an experience. Yep,
It is. They had that
at some point, but
that broken up about it. I
No.
mean, they can continue to punish Shy in the top side now with the TF who's about to hit 6.
yeah, I think
Summoners are down for Shy. They have to capitalize on it.
Alright, when do they get the next
this
one?
Dragon is worth more than in Air's favor, and GBM.
They just like get these on
would
fucking
prefer
spawn,
to get
man.
this one, of course. Shy can. He's going to take the Dragon. That's going to be their second, and make their press.
GBM there as well, and he will be the one taking it.
Need to worry too much about pressure, or can you just kind of
Dragon just spawn,
Oh,
ambitions
good
on it.
game right now.
Dude, holy shit.
Go
Alright.
ahead.
Alright, so that game is pretty much Jin CJ abused Jin Air's win condition, which was to snowball the top lane. Like all they wanted to do was snowball Maokai, so he could just tank everything up to the late game and allow for TF and Lucian to get more items and do it that way. Because what their dream would have been is they TP top, CJ doesn't rotate in time, and then they just like decide to push mid tower and they get top tower for free. So, and then TF gets ahead and he starts just blowing up kids. Really liked CJ's team comp though. Nautilus Rumble, that shit is broken, and they played it really, really well. They coordinated those ults like perfectly. So that's enough for me. That's Cubby's critique number 2. I think in the future I'm gonna start, instead of doing like full games, I'm going to do picks and bans or certain clutch team fights, but might as well do full games. Those are cool too. So expect more from me in the future. Thank you for watching live or on YouTube. I really appreciate the support and have a good one. So